Hi and welcome, I'm John. And today we're going to be practicing some vinyasa. So when you're ready, we're going to come into a child's pose to start. So set yourself up in your child's pose, knees nice and wide, big toes together to touch, and start to sink those hips down towards the heels. Extend the arms nice and long and let the forehead rest to the mat. Bring your attention, your focus to your breath. Start to breathe deeply in through the nose and control your exhale out the nose. One more breath here. Then on your next inhale, rise up onto your fingertips and just start to creep your fingers out towards the left side of your mat and a little further, lifting the belly up and over on top of the thigh. Place the hands down and find a little side body stretch. So you're looking to keep extending that right hand a little further over. Maybe you plant it on top of the left. Keep extending that right hip down towards the right heel. Length and extension through that right side of the body. And then inhale, rise up. Take it all the way through center and out to the other side. Keep thinking, lift the belly up, and then you can bring it down on top of the thigh. Extend a little further through that left arm. Extend the left hip down towards left heel. And feel that side body opening. And then walk it back through center. Slowly rise up, find a tabletop position. Tuck your toes. We're going to come into a toe squat here, so start to sit yourself back onto your toes. You might need a little assistance to tuck the pinky toes in. And then find a nice long spine from here. Interlace the fingers, extend the arms up towards the ceiling. Try and knit the front ribs in, find extension through the arms. Big inhale breath here. And exhale with control. Again, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, release. And you're going to take the arms open and out wide, finding a cactus shape with the arms. And then start to press the hips forward, open out through the chest. As you exhale, draw the lower belly in. Extend the elbows as far forward as you can, drawing them together to touch. Again, big inhale breath, open out through the chest. Exhale, draw the belly in, curl and round. Inhale, open out. And then exhale, curl and round. One more like that. Big inhale, open up. And exhale, curl it in. And draw the hands in, slide them forward and come all the way down onto your belly. Pick up the legs and extend them nice and long, then draw the big toes together to touch. Bring the hands in underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift, find a baby cobra, so extension through the spine, reaching out through the crown of the head. Fingers can float, shoulders roll back, elbows draw in. Then from here, extend the arms wide, shoulders roll back, and then extend the arms back. You might stay here, keep lifting in your Shalabhasana. If it feels good, float the feet. Keep reaching as we activate the back chain of the body. Keep the gaze down so that neck stays nice and long. And then try and keep the feet up if you can, hands come back in underneath the shoulders. As the feet plant, slowly lift yourself up towards your cobra pose, and you might stop with the elbows bent. If it feels good, straighten out the arms, open up the chest. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. A little lower down as you press the knees into the mat, tuck the toes, and lift into our first Downward facing dog with the practice. Find some time here. Little pedal out through the feet. Warming yourself into your shape. Check in, make sure those fingertips are spread nice and wide. And then think about the inner line of the hands. So the base of the index finger, the base of the thumb pressing into the mat. And then gazing at the feet. Think about the outer edge of the heels drawing apart. And if your heels don't quite make it down to the mat, that's absolutely fine. If you feel like you're rounding in the back a little, just bend the knees and work towards a nice straight spine. Beautiful. Then from here, I'm going to inhale, ripple forward, find a high plank position, press the mat away. Find a little bit of dome into the upper back, like you're rounding. And then exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Again, inhale, ripple forward, high plank, press the mat away. Gaze a little further forward. And then exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. This time, little bend to the knees, gaze forward. You can step or take one big step to make your way to the top of the mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands interlace at the elbows. Hanging heavy here, maybe you release with a little bit of movement, side to side, or maybe even back and forth. Let the arms release. As you inhale, start to stack the spine. One vertebrae at a time. Pick up the shoulders, roll them down the back. And then extend your arms down towards the ceiling. Spread the fingers, lift the chest. Think about activating through the quadriceps. Top of the thighs really lifting up. And then inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, forward fold once again. Slide the hands to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Knees bend, hands plant. Step the right foot back and drop the right knee to the mat. Inhale, rise up. Find a nice low lunge. Make sure you're pressing down through this front heel, pulling it back underneath you. Feel the activation through that front foot. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, plant the hands. Step back. High plank position, press the mat away. Drift forward, maybe you support with the knees or lower down through your chaturanga. On your inhale, coming up, cobra pose or upward facing dog. On your exhale, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Nice full breath here. Inhale, pick up the right foot, extend it towards the ceiling. Step that right foot between the hands, drop the left knee to the mat and inhale, rise up. Low lunge once again. Inhale, find extension through the fingertips. Exhale, frame the foot and step forward. Uttanasana, forward fold, top of the mat. Exhale that breath out. Inhale, fill up as you rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, little bend to the knees as you fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, nice flat back. Exhale, hands plant, step that left foot back this time, drop the knee to the mat. Inhale, rise, active inner thighs, reach and lengthen through those fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale, plant those hands, step yourself back, high plank position, press the mat away. Find a little bit of dome and round, shoulders forward past the wrists. Again, maybe support with the knees or come through your full chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog or your cobra. Exhale into your downward facing dog pose. Nice full breath. Next inhale, left leg lifts. And step that left foot between the hands. Right knee drops. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. One more inhale. Exhale as you frame the foot and step yourself forward. Forward fold, release that breath out. Inhale, stack and rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bend the knees, send the bottom back. Sink down into your Utkatasana chair pose. Arms can reach and extend, or if it feels tender in your low back today, keep the hands at heart center. One more breath here, inhale. Use the exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, take it back. You might take it through a vinyasa, or you might take it straight to downward facing dog. Make it yours, make it your practice. Once you're back in your downward facing dog, take one more full breath here. And then inhale, pick up the right leg. You're going to bend the knee, open up, find a scorpion dog. And then you're going to draw this right knee across to the left elbow and hover. Inhale, reach up and back, find scorpion dog once again. Exhale, take it across, knee to elbow and hover. Inhale, reach up and back. This time you might come into wild thing. Feel free to stay in your scorpion dog. If you're practicing wild thing, that left foot stays nice and straight. Plant the right foot to the mat. Lift up and extend. Open the chest. And then bring yourself back. Square the hips to the mat. And step this right foot between the hands. Back foot's going to plant. So heel plants down. Front heel's going to line up with the back arch as you windmill open. Warrior two pose. Shoulders roll back. Sink into the alignment. Make sure this front knee works towards stacking over that front heel. Let the weight drop a little into that back left hip. And we're going to come forward into our side angle pose. Place this forearm onto the knee. Arm can sweep through, up and over. Reach through the fingertips. One more breath here in your side angle. Feel free to take it deeper if you wish. Maybe you plant that hand down to inside or even the outside edge of the foot. From here, bring the top hand to the hip. We're going to take it into a half moon pose from here. So this right hand's going to reach out. Take it about 45 from the foot. Maybe you take a little half step in to set up. And we're going to lift up onto this right foot. Feel the weight come down through the right heel. Extend this right arm nice and straight down. Maybe you keep the hand planted. And then flex the toes on that hovering leg. Extend out through the heel. Top arm can reach. And then if the balance is there, maybe that bottom hand floats off the mat. Nice full breath here. And then take a little bend to this front knee. Slowly lower back. Land in about Trikonasana, triangle distance. So reach up, two straight legs. Take it into a reverse triangle. And then bring the arms flat. Setting up for regular Trikonasana here, reaching forward. Keep reaching, keep reaching. Hinge down and fold. Extending through this top arm, find length. Imagine the shoulders are stacking, the chest is opening, legs are nice and straight and active. You can always keep the gaze straight ahead or down if there's any tenderness in the neck today. This top arm then begins to reach forward. Option, staying here, or extend the bottom hand to the top of the mat as well. Keep reaching. Active into the side body. Those obliques are working. Big inhale breath. And as you exhale, plant this hand down. reach this top arm over, bend through the front knee, frame the foot, step back, find your high plank position, and take it through your Vinyasa Flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Nice full breath here. Inhale, pick up the left leg. Bend the knee, open up, find scorpion dog. Keep pressing evenly through both hands. Big inhale breath. As you exhale, left knee crosses over to right elbow. Hover. Inhale, reach up and back, scorpion dog. Exhale, take it across, hover. Inhale, reach up and back, scorpion dog. If it feels good, you might take it all the way to wild thing. Open out the chest, extend and reach. And then bring it back, hips squaring, that foot extends. And then as you exhale, step the foot between the hands, back heel plants to the mat, arms windmill open. Find your warrior two once again. Set up the pose, reach and extend. Holding there as you reach and sink into that front knee. Another full breath in the pose. And then a little reach forward. Bend, plant this forearm on the knee, top arm, and reach up. Side angle pose. Keep pressing into that back foot, back leg nice and active. In your option, maybe you take it further, hand to the inside or outside edge. Maybe you deepen the extension, reaching through that top arm. Beautiful. One more breath. And top arm can reach up and find its way to the hip. Let's take it into side angle pose. The hand reaches forward, little half step if you need it, and then set yourself up. Weight drops down into left heel. When the balance is there, the foot is flexed, the top arm might reach. If it's feeling great, the bottom hand might float. Keep extending out through the crown of the head, through both arms, down through that left foot and back through that right foot. And then a little bend to this front knee, slowly lower, plant the feet, triangle distance, reach up, nice straight legs, rinse back, reverse triangle. Set it up, regular Trikonasana, extend forward, right hip reaches back, reach over that left hip, hinge and fold down, top arm extends. Nice full deep breath here. Keep lengthening through the top arm, feel the shoulders stack, feel the activation of the legs. And I'm going to extend this top arm forward. If you want to take it there, bottom arm reaches, 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, gaze down, frame the foot, and step back through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog. And then just take 3 full breaths here in your downward facing dog. If it feels like that time you need to sneak in a child's pose, feel free to drop the knees. And maybe you take the inhale through the nose and an exhale out the mouth. And then from your downward facing dog, inhale, reach the right leg high. You're going to step the right foot between the hands. Stay nice and low. Keep this left hand down and reach the right arm up, opening into a low crescent twist here, reaching through the top fingertips, drawing this front knee into the midline. Nice, full breath. And then the top arm's going to track back, sweep through as you pick up the front hand, find crescent lunge. And this right hand, imagine it was still moving. Take it all the way back to that left leg. Top arm extends, maybe the gaze goes back. And then this elbow of the left hand, take it across the right knee, bring the right hand forward and find a crescent twist. One more breath here. Gaze down to the top of the mat, release the grip, plant the hands. You're going to lift up and float this left leg. Engage the inner thighs, extend the hands forward like a supported warrior 3 here. We're going to plant the left hand down and then reach the right arm up, finding your twisted crescent lunge. Beautiful, nice full breath. And then top arm reaches over, hands plant. Now, your option, you might like to just plant the hands and step yourself back through your vinyasa. So go high plank and flow it out. If you're working on handstands at the moment, you're going to slide this foot back. Hands are going to come forward a little, nice and active. Left leg is active and strong. Try and keep it straight. Rise up onto the right toes. And then we're just going to take 3 little hops here. If you're a more proficient handstand practitioner, maybe you'll hold and hover. Otherwise, little bounce. Draw that heel in towards the butt. See if you can find just a little bit of hang time. And then maybe you hover for just that moment and then take it back and rinse it out. Nice full breath in your downward facing dog. Take one more breath here and then we'll set it up for the other side. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the left leg high. And then step that left foot between the hands, stay nice and low. Nice, strong, straight back right leg. Right hand stays on the mat. Left arm reaches, open out. Nice full breath. And this top arm extends back, sweeps through, and reaches up, crescent lunge. Keep moving that left hand back. Land it on the right leg. Extend through the fingertips. Maybe gaze back. And then draw this right elbow across the left knee. Hands meet. Try and stack the elbows as you come into your twist. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then gaze down. Hands plant. Little step forward or come straight into your float. Hands reach forward a little so they're underneath the shoulders. Nice and active through that right leg, flexing the foot, pressing out through the heel. The right hand's going to stay down, the left arm reaches up and open. Find that revolved half moon. One more breath here. Bring the top hand back down, and then you might just step back through your vinyasa. If you're working on hops, hands plant, find that extension through the right leg, bend through the left knee, and then play maybe 1, maybe 3. Find your hops, maybe find your balance. And then take it back through your vinyasa. And then from your down dog, drop the knees to the mat and lower into a child's pose as we started. One more breath in your child's pose. And then we're going to come into down dog, but just to take it into our pigeon pose. Reach the right leg high and right knee draws towards right wrist. Pigeon pose. Heel draws in nice and tight. Set yourself up. Plant the hand. And windmill this left hand all the way over. Bend through your left knee, take hold of the foot. Maybe you just stay here, warming into the quadricep. There's a little more space, rotating the shoulder. One more breath. And then release. Re-square yourself. You're going to take it into sleeping pigeon. If you'd like to take the foot a little further forward, feel free. If you have a blanket or a cushion and you feel like you're dropping out to the right side, you can always support sliding it in. And then we'll take it into our sleeping pigeon. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, coming down, sinking into the pose, releasing the forehead down into the floor. Three more full breaths here. Bring yourself back in, tuck those back toes, lift up and back. Maybe you rinse out with a few little hip circles and then find downward facing dog. Left side as you pick up that left foot. Left knee finds left wrist. Set yourself up. Find a nice straight back leg. Left hand plants in the center and then come into your twist. Bend the knee, take hold of the foot if you can reach, and maybe draw it in nice and tight. Just be where you're at today. Nice, full breath. And slowly release. Re-square yourself, sleeping pigeon. Maybe bring it forward. Big inhale, breath here, and then exhale, come into the pose, folding down, releasing. Keep working this hip forward in your pigeon. This right hip is drawing down towards the mat. And take 3 full breaths here. Planting the hands, tucking the toes as you come up, lift up and back with that left leg, maybe rinse it out, little hip circles, and then place the feet down. In your option, maybe you just drop the knees and sweep them out to the side, or if you'd like to have a little play with it, take a little hop through to a seat. And then lower yourself all the way to the mat. 2 back bends to finish. Palms plant. Hips lift. Inhale, lift up. Hands slide in underneath. Interlace the fingers if there's space. Come up onto the shoulders. Keep drawing the knees a little further forward, keep squeezing in the thighs. Chest draws towards the chin. One more inhale, breath, little lift. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Take a moment, activate the lower back, press it into the mat. And then final back bend. Your option, take another round of bridge. And if you feel open, you feel ready. Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose. Fingertips come back towards you as you tuck them underneath the shoulders. elbows draw in. Come up on a nice active inhale breath. And then maybe you can walk the feet in a little closer. Try and straighten out the arms, pressing the chest through. One more breath here, lift those hips. And then slowly lower down, chin tucks to the chest. Bring it all the way to the mat. Take a moment, once again, lower back presses in. And then step the feet as wide as the mat, knock the knees in towards each other. And then just little windscreen wipers, side to side. And then knees draw into the chest. Keep hold of the right knee, extend the left leg straight and long. Use the left hand, take the right knee across the body. Spinal twist. Maybe you gaze back over that right shoulder. And bring it back through center. Switch sides as the left knee comes in, right leg extends. And then take it across. Spinal twist as you gaze over left shoulder. Starting to come into that Shavasana state of mind. And then slowly bring yourself back through center. Any last little movement you need, maybe a little squeeze or a rock. Get out all those last little jitters. And then extend the legs. Soften through the hips so those feet can flop open to the side. The palms face up, let the shoulders drop into the mat. And settle in here. Let the exhale breath drop you deeper. If you have more time, feel free to stay in your Shavasana a little longer. Otherwise, as you're ready, slowly making your way up to a seat, maybe pausing on one side for a moment. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And namaste.